That's cool. All right. Good evening and welcome to the 93rd meeting of the 29th Town Council for Monday, May 8th, 2023. And Mr. Herrick.
We'll just rise to the pledge of prayer, Mr. Chairman. By Mr. Shockey.
Yep, let's start with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right, and I'm going to pray using my prayer that I got from ChatGPT. Divine Spirit, in this moment of unity and reverence, we gather together, setting aside our differences, embracing our shared humanity. We seek your guidance and wisdom to navigate this world with compassion and understanding, to embrace love and kindness in all that we do. Grant us the strength to uplift one another, to extend a helping hand to those in need, and to stand up for justice and equality. May we find solace in times of uncertainty and courage in the face of adversity. May our hearts be filled with empathy and forgiveness, and our actions reflect the light within us. We give thanks for the beauty of this existence, for the gifts bestowed upon us, and for the opportunity to make a positive difference. In this sacred space, we hold each other in love, knowing that together we can create a better world. Amen.
Yeah, what did you know? That was a short version.
Oh, really?
I told it brief, but I'll tell you, GPT is a very thoughtful program.
Are you ready, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, please call the roll.
Counselor Zeman.
Here.
Counselor Smith.
Here.
Counselor Shockey.
Here.
Counselor Black.
Here.
Counselor Sheeman.
Here.
5 present. You have enough for a quorum, Mr. Chairman. First item would be approving of the minutes from the April 24th, 2023 meeting.
Are there any additions, corrections, deletions from the minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand as posted.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The first item is the administration of the oath of office. Before I can do that, though, it requires a motion on the part of the council. The motion is actually spent or highlighted at the bottom of or the middle of your program. No, I mean your agenda.
You give us one of the things for the.
I just cast my first family.
Oh, okay.
Is there a motion from the council?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Sheehan.
I move that we I guess approve the police officer Kyle T. Ryan for appointment as an officer in the Highland Police Department.
Motion from
No.
Mr. Sheehan.
Could you read them?
You have to read it.
on the-
Do you have to read the exact, Mr.?
Yeah.
I have to read the exact.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. The Town Council of Highland hereby determines that herein named candidate meets the qualifications for such position as determined by the Town Board of Metropolitan Police Commissioners and is now approved by the Highland Town Council, which is the town legislative body on this 8th day of May 2023.
Okay, is there support?
Support.
Support from Councilor Zeman. Is there any discussion? Hearing none.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Counselor Zeman.
Yes.
Counselor Smith.
Yes.
Counselor Shockey.
Yes.
Counselor Sheeman.
Yes.
Counselor Black.
Yes.
5 ayes, no negative, motion passes. I will now swear him in. Yeah, just for background, Kyle T. Ryan was appointed by the Town Metropolitan Police Commissioners at the meeting of April 13th, 2023. And his appointment was effective April 30th, 2023. So he's already started working. Okay. So Kyle, if you want to come up, and you said the family, and Ralph, if you'll come up too, please. Hey, if you wonder who the person is in the white shirt, it's got our chief of police, Ralph Costa. Okay. You go. Give you a second. So Kyle, this is your time. I want you to tell the people about yourself, where'd you come from, what previous departments, any military. It's your time to whatever.
Well, welcome everybody. My name is Kyle Ryan. I originally was in the Air Force for 5 years, where I served military police, which is security forces. From there, I went to Homewood Police Department for a little under a year, and then I went over to Valparaiso University. Now I just got hired here at the town of Highland, and I'm looking forward to serving here and getting to know the community. So. This is my girlfriend Gabrielle and my son Carter. He's 18 months old and he's talking all that now. So.
A blessing and a curse.
Oh,
So you got family members here, recipient family members.
so I have my father, his fiance, and then I got my 2 stepsisters, Bailey, Kylie, my biological sister Ashley, and then her fiance Brad. And behind Bailey is my stepfather, I see it as Kelly Carroll. then my mother, Dawn, my grandma, and then Gabrielle's brother, his wife, and then my grandpa standing by.
Great. Just sit down. We have rooms if you want to sit down, you know. Okay, good. So after the swearing in and the chief presents him with his badge, picture will be taken of the two of them and the child. And then the rest of you want to come up for a picture, you're more than welcome up for a picture. Okay? We'll start with that. Okay? Are you ready?
Sir.
Sir, see, some of them. Raise your right hand, please. I, Kyle T. Ryan,
I, Kyle T. Ryan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
diligently,
diligently,
impartially
impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a police officer,
as a police officer
Town of Highland,
in the town of Highland,
Indiana,
Indiana,
according to law,
according to law,
best of my ability,
best of my
so
ability,
help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Cal.
Looking forward to it.
Pictures?
Parents, anybody who wants to come up, take
You guys
pictures,
can all come up.
I'm good at pictures.
come on up. It's got a wide angle lens.
He's gonna be in the background.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna look like. Yeah. we're gonna go that route. Yeah.
It's all yours.
6 a.m.
Getting closer now, get there, you know, yes. Grandfathers want to be in the picture? Microphone. Separate one.
Mom, you can get in there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Come on, get in here. Yes, come on.
Will it go down?
Okay, there, Larry. I don't know if you're gonna be able
Put two rows, yeah, put two rows there, yeah, so that'd be right. Or people can run here of it.
Okay, can they fit us all in?
I don't know.
Good, stands professional, stand clear.
Okay.
No, I'm good. No problem now.
Okay, congratulations, and again, you don't have to stay, Kyle. We see you plenty, okay?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, I was only kidding, you're supposed to stay. No.
See you next time.
There you go.
You're gonna be like, wow, you didn't have to tell them twice. Next one.
Watch the movie.
Oh, the room cleared out fast, didn't it? Okay,
The double hanger.
by the way, just to let the council, know, this is the first and probably 4 more gonna happen.
Yep.
4 more, okay,
Great,
That'll work.
that's great, considering
yep,
how difficult.
it is, so, okay. Are you ready, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, next item, please.
Okay, this is seller special orders. Consideration of proposed additional appropriations, in excess to the 2023 budget in a corporation general fund in amount of $4,504.88. Item would be for the attorney to verify the proof of publications.
Mr. Reader on the proofs and order.
The proofs are in order. We have the proof from the Northwest Indiana Times sworn to that was published appropriately.
Okay, and with that, we'll open the public hearing. Are there any questions, comments regarding this appropriation that we're having a public hearing for?
Again, Mr. Chairman, this is for, we have an officer who's in the HIDA program.
Right.
And it's reimbursed for his time, and this is the check that came from it. We put it into revenue, and now we put that into actual account so they can spend.
Okay. Mr. Condren. How are you this evening?
Mr. Black, I couldn't be happier. Hey, the $4,500 is for what? Overtime for the police department?
That's
Right,
Be
HIDA
reimbursed.
program, Larry. So in other words, we have an officer who's on loan to HIDA.
Right.
And then over time he puts in, they reimburse us for it.
So that's just all that it is.
It actually, he gets paid through our.
We pay him and then
Correct.
he gets loaned out and then they
Pay it
reimburse
back.
us.
Yes.
That's a wonderful program. Thanks.
okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Condor. Is there any questions from anyone online? Okay, and hearing none, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Is there any action from the council?
Mr. Chairman, remember, this is an enactment, appropriation enactment. It's going to consider two readings to pass. First consideration, first reading, and second one to pass it.
Okay. Or motion from the council?
Mr. President,
Mr. Zeman.
motion to consider on first reading, proposed appropriation enactment number 2023-08.
Okay, motion from Mr. Zeman. Is there support?
I'll second.
Second from Mr. Sheeman. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none.
For consideration on first reading. Counselor Zeman.
Yes.
Counselor Smith.
Yes.
Counselor Shockey.
Yes.
Counselor Sheeman.
Yes.
Counselor Black.
Yes,
5 ayes, no negative. It now can be considered on first reading, Mr. Chairman. I get to take the 2/3 vote to pass it though.
Mr. President,
Mr. Zeman.
motion to adopt the proposed appropriation enactment 2023-08.
Motion from Counselor Zeman. Is there support?
Second.
Second from Counselor Sheeman. Is there any discussion? Hearing none.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Counselor Zeman.
Yes.
Counselor Smith.
Yes.
Counselor Shockey.
Yes.
Counselor Sheeman.
Yes.
Counselor Black.
Yes,
5 ayes, no negative. Appropriate enactment number 2023-08 has passed. Again, as I reminded the council before, I now have to enter into DLGF. They can respond before they can spend any money. Okay.
okay. Thank you, Mr. Hurd.
The next item, Mr. Chairman, is comments from the public.
And that's about items on this evening's agenda.
Mhm. Yes, sir.
Okay. Are there any comments about items on this evening's agenda? Questions? Nothing online? Oh, it looks like Mr. Condrit.
How you doing, Mr. Black? Hey, I see on the agenda, you guys finally put to rest the band nightmare from the 4th of July festivities. So all the skullduggery and the backstabbing can end. Is that true?
I would certainly hope so.
Well, I would certainly hope so too. Thank you.
And thank you. Okay. And moving on.
It's a good word there, skullduggery. I haven't heard that in a while.
Sneak thievery and jackrolling. I feel like this is it.
It was good. It was good. I'm trying to
Okay.
give you some kudos.
Okay, and then moving on.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, staff reports and I'm sorry, report. I received no staff report, so there's nothing to report on tonight.
All right.
So,
I got, Ed gave me a staff.
well, that's staff. This is general.
Okay,
Yeah, that's why I took it as, yes.
all right, I'll do it on my. time.
Yes, I thought it would be. Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
that's
yeah.
fine.
We did not file it yet.
I don't know why it wasn't filed
She said there was-
it was done.
I'm just joking, because
She-
the look on your
she
face was
didn't-
like, "Oh,
didn't-
so."
yeah. I think that or fire, I didn't get that or safety. Like Dawn, I knew because she was at jury duty, so, but yeah. We'll have it on for next month, or next meeting. Okay. Next item, Mr. Chairman, we have no communications, and then other ones be appointments. You have, again, we've talked about before, the executive appointments, the Economic Development Commission is one. You still have one appointment for, again, executive for the Community Events Commission. We're still on the tree board. Haven't heard about replacement for the one lady. The next one you have would be legislative appointments. We mentioned about the Main Street Bureau. As of now, you have 9 of 17. And on the Council of Community Events, you still have one appointment. You have 7 of 8 already appointed. You got one left to appoint. For the appointments.
Are there any legislative appointments this evening? No executive appointments? And we'll go ahead and move on.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There's no unfinished and general business. We'll move to new business. First order is Works Board Order number 2023. An order of the Works Board Order accepting the performance agreements with, and I listed all the bands right there, the bands that perform in the upcoming 4th of July celebration, as well as with the Brian Wynn of Sounds Cool Live. So you have on your packet, you actually have the list of the bands. And on the last page, you actually have the contract price per band as well as with for Brian Wynn Sounds Cool. I did add. And I noticed that I hadn't put down the actual number, and I did it on the. 20,000 somewhere. I totaled it up on the one for you to sign, Mr. Black.
Okay,
It's like 20,400 and some dollars.
that's what I came up with at home.
Yeah, and so we budgeted for this year for this as well as for the well, that's $35,000, so we're under our budget. It's here. So, okay.
Is there a motion from the council?
Mr. Chair,
Counselor Smith,
I make a motion to approve work order number 2023-12.
a motion from Counselor Smith. Is there support?
I'll second it.
Second from Counselor Shockey. Is there any discussion? Hearing none.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Counselor Zeman.
Yes.
Counselor Smith.
Yes.
Counselor Shockey.
Yes.
Counselor Sheeman.
Yes.
Counselor Black.
Yes,
5 ayes, no negative. We thank you, council, for the approval of Works Order 2023-12. The next step is I sent a note to Alex Brown that if it passed tonight, I asked to put it on the park board agenda, the special permit with alcohol.
Right.
If they pass it, then it will come back to the council for approval here. Okay, just let you know that. That's the next step. Okay, the next item on the agenda is Works Order 2023-11. This is actually change order number 1, an amount of $4,960.85. If you look on the agenda, I put the number in there, $26,600. I put that in there to let the council know that that was the original price. And for public works, it's not public works, but for public works projects, it can't exceed the original cost of 20%. And so if you took 26,000 by 20%, the 4,900 is less. So it's permissible to go ahead and do the change order. I just want to let you know from this stuff, that's what it is.
all right, thank you. Is there a motion from the council?
Mr. Chair,
Counselor Smith,
I make a motion to approve work board order number 2023-11.
okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Counselor Zeman. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Shockey.
I just have a question. What's the purpose of the change order? I don't know if Mr. Kinezik's
Well, I
on.
can.
Yeah,
Come on, can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, when we pulled off that rubber roof, all the 3/8 plywood was rotted out. So we had to pull all that rotten wood off. A lot of 2x4s, we replaced it with 3/4 inch plywood, which was treated 2x4s. So they pretty much had to pull almost all the wood off the top, which we kind of expected for a 40-year-old building. That was probably this is probably the 4th roof that's on there. So they tore 3 roofs off with the roof replacement. So we had our engineer look it over and he suggested that we couldn't even nail to it. The holes where you can put your fist right through the wood.
So dumb question, Mr. Kinezic, but if we kind of expected that with a 40-year-old building, why wasn't that included in the initial bid?
Because they couldn't bid on what they couldn't see. They had
Okay.
to pull everything off first. And I was kind of hoping all the wood would be good still. But that's wishful thinking for an old building.
And
But
then I know initially we got bids on this, right? I think.
Right.
And there were
so
other
any contractor that would have bid it would have had to do a change order to replace all that wood.
And I guess that goes to my question, right? Like, were the other bids, did they factor in the cost of lumber or something? And that's why they didn't get the job? Because I would hate for us to get a little bit, I guess, put back because they.
No, there was
didn't-
no wood replacement in any of the bids at all. So all of them, like I said, would have been extra money to replace that wood. And you needed something to nail it to. So it was just, you know, we were hoping it would be good, but it wasn't.
Is there any other discussion?
Who made the motion? Can I ask?
Motion came from Counselor Smith.
And the second?
From
I did.
Counselor Zeman.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Hare.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Counselor Zeman.
Yes.
Counselor Smith.
Yes.
Counselor Shockey.
Yes.
Counselor Scheeman.
Yes.
Counselor Black.
Yes.
5 ayes, no negative. Work order number 2023-11 passes. The next item, Mr. Chairman, is works order number 2023-13. This is for the purchase of cameras for the radios for the
Police department.
police department. And I was trying to emphasize the fact is that when you look at it, we're using we've used it before, the special purchase. We're not going out for quotes or bids. This is a special purchase because our equipment is Motorola and you have to use compatible equipment. It's Motorola. That's why we emphasize, if you look on the agenda, we should chapter 3.05065-I special purchase because it's equivalent to the Motorola equipment we have already in the cars.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Chairman,
Counselor Scheeman.
I move that we approve Works Board Order 2023-13, approving and authorizing the purchase of certain public safety communications equipment in the amount of $37,950.
Motion from Counselor Scheeman. Is there support?
A second.
Second from Counselor Smith. Any discussion?
I just want to add that the radios that we had, basically, they weren't gonna, there's gonna be no support. They're just basically obsolete. So they kind of got us, it's like one of these we have this.
It's like Microsoft.
Sort of, yeah. It's kind of a monopoly on this, and we had no choice to go out and buy new radios because the other ones are obsolete. There will be no support for them. So if they broke, you wouldn't be able to fix them apart. So we have to buy new radios. So I just wanted to make that comment.
Is there any other discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Hare.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Counselor Zeman.
Yes.
Counselor Smith.
Yes.
Counselor Shockey.
Yes.
Counselor Scheeman.
Yes.
Counselor Black.
Yes.
5 ayes, no negative. Works order number 2023-13 passes. And that concludes new business, Mr. Chairman. We now go to comments from the council.
All right. Counselor Zeman.
Ken, how's our planning board?
Plan Commission's doing well. As you well know, you met with Jim Lyons from Osborne Partners in reference to the proposed storage center. They worked through their engineering. They're ready to proceed through the process. They're seeking a one lot subdivision and also a development plan approval from the Plan Commission. They have a preliminary hearing in 2 weeks to ask for a public hearing for next month. So they're well on their way after a year.
Very good. Let's see, water board sustainability, tree board meet later for the next couple of weeks. So the next time we're up here, I'll be updating their progress. We just had election day and I just want to congratulate all the winners. Not only the winners, but when you look at it, Highland's got what, 24,000 people. And I think if I added right, I was just trying to figure it out in my head here, but sometimes isn't too accurate. 16 names were on the ballot, I believe. And 16 out of 16 people that really want to make Highland a better place. So, congratulating me, not only the winners, but the ones that also put their names in the hat there for the race. I just basically want to congratulate all 16 for trying to make this a better town. And just thanks so much. So that's it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zeman. Counselor Smith.
Mr. Micah.
The BZA last week granted a variance to Price Point Builders for setback orientation as it applies to an attached garage in the residence. That's to build a new single-family home, probably the last lot down on the north end, 8327 Gray Street. Outside of that, in 3 weeks, the only thing we have on the agenda thus far is for a setback on a fence.
Okay,
Out of that is it.
That's it. Oh, okay, thank you. Mr. Kenizik?
Yes, spring cleanup days tomorrow. Everyone needs to know no electronics. I seen driving through the streets today, there's all kinds of electronics out by the curb. They will not pick that stuff up, so that'll be left. So if anyone is watching tonight, the meeting that put electronics out, they will not take it, but they could bring it to the garage and dispose of it for free in the recycling bin. Also, we've been having a problem with people are putting their branches in the alleys. The chipper truck does not go down the alleys in town. If they pull the branches to the front, they'll pick them up in the street. That truck pulling that trailer with the chipper on, it cannot make the turns. Plus that box on that holds the chips is high enough to take down some wires, so we cannot go in an alley. But if someone has branches in the alley, they pull them out to the front street, we will pick them up. That's it, unless you have any questions for me.
Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, I also too wanted to thank everyone that came out and put their name on the ballot as well. And that's it for me.
okay, thank you, Counselor Smith, Counselor Shockey.
Thank you, Alex Brown. Good work at the daddy-daughter dance. It was quite the cool event. I enjoyed it. I
Griffin was
danced.
there.
I saw, what now?
Mr. Griffin was there.
I did see him. Yeah, I saw and his daughter, and we
Last year he didn't attend.
really. And what I don't even know. Is there an upper bound? There must be an upper
Yeah,
bound,
it's
but
last year he said,
yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, it was a fun time. I danced until I was tired. But anyway, go ahead, Mr. Brown.
Yeah, we had a successful daddy-daughter dance Friday. There was about 200 couples there. Our first Wednesday night concert will be at Main Square Park this Wednesday night. This Friday night is our dance showcase for all our youth dance classes. It's their summer or their spring showcase of everything they've learned for the last 4.5 months and all their youth dance classes. Big indoor garage sale next Saturday in the field house. And then 2 big events community-wide the next couple of weekends. This Saturday is the Girls on the Run race leaving from the high school. So anyone trying to get to Shepherd Park Saturday for soccer, you may need an alternate route with the Girls on the Run happening. And then a week from Saturday is the Tour to Highland bicycle ride sponsored by the Highland Griffith Chamber of Commerce. So a lot going on the next couple of weeks. We're hard at work trying to keep up with the grass. The grass is growing. We were pretty caught up townwide by last Thursday, but we are still short about 5 or 6 of our part-time summer workers. So anyone that knows anyone over the age of 18 needs a summer job, we give them 40 hours a week. We're still short. I think Mr. Kenizik is probably short for the Public Works Department also. So anyone listening or know any kids over 18 that need a summer job, have them fill out an application.
Thank you, Mr.
That's
Brown.
all I got.
Appreciate it. I will say that
Where did I get the applications?
he wants to know where to find an application. I
Where do you
assume
get
we
the
could just go to Lincoln Center.
No, we you can fill out one online. We actually prefer that they do it online at highlandparks.org. There's an online application they can fill out.
Awesome. Thanks for that report, Mr. Brown. I have to say the dance showcase is really something to see. I'm a little biased because my daughter dances in it, but I will say that, you know, the amount of work that they get done in the short weeks to train these little kids to dance, it's actually really something to see. So if, you know, if you're doing nothing on Friday night, it's always a good thing to do. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Thank you.
And Mr. Sheehan.
All right, thank you. Keep attesting.
Just a couple of things. Our call volume's been up. It was a warm weekend, so it was a busy weekend. Nothing major, though. I talked to our commander in the Detective Bureau, Jason Hildebrand. He said they didn't even get a phone call this weekend, so that's a good sign. That's also a testament to our patrol officers that are out there doing what they're supposed to do and being visible, so. Just a couple of major calls. We had a robbery at the Pilot on April 27th at about 11:48 p.m. Two males came in, stole cash from the register. Unfortunately, the cameras were down at the time, so we don't have a whole lot of solid leads. I think they were unaware that they weren't working, so they've got everything up and functioning now. We had a couple of residential burglaries. It appears that in both cases, the parties are known to the victims. So it's nothing random. Our take-home car program's up and running. Everybody's got a car now, finally. And then just a reminder that our memorial service is going to be Wednesday, May 17th at Shepherd Park. The inspection is going to be at 5:30 p.m. and then the FOP memorial service will be right after that at around 6.
Ralph, what day was that?
May 17th, it's a Wednesday.
So
We're
that could be
doing,
a Saturday.
no, they
Saturday.
decided this year to do it during the week.
Most weeks it does.
Yeah.
Make sure you're right. So it's Wednesday, 17th.
At what time?
You're doing it.
Right.
And what was the time?
The inspection is at 5:30 and that usually takes about 15 minutes. And then the memorial service actually starts at 6.
Thank you.
So we usually get a good crowd for that.
Where's it at?
Shepherd Park.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have all the squad cars out there lined up across the street at the South Ridge, so. That's it. Unless anybody's got anything.
Anything going with the reduced hours down in the office, anything? No problem?
Haven't heard any complaints at all.
Well,
Zero. I've been asking every week. The girls
Nobody's,
haven't heard anything.
okay, great, good. It saved us a lot of money.
Yeah, I think it was a good thing.
Yeah, Ken did a good job analyzing that and saved us money.
Right.
That's good.
I
Thank you.
agree. Okay.
Thank you
Where,
very-
also, Chief, while you're here, where are we at on the body cam program? I know we just bought some more Motorola equipment for the cars, the radios we're updating, but, and we had bought some cameras to go with.
Yeah, the body cam program, that's up and running.
That is
So
up and running,
yeah.
okay.
I think as of March.
I even actually have one.
I was gonna say, I didn't see one on you and I thought
Yeah.
maybe this had gotten delayed, but okay.
When I go out in field, but all the commanders, everybody's got one. So whenever we go out, we make sure we put it on.
Okay,
All right.
Ralph,
thank,
this is, again, I had put down here for cameras,
Mhm.
the 3.7, is that for cameras or radios?
So radios.
Is that for what they were talking about?
Right.
That's
Oh,
radios.
So
Yeah.
Luann had cameras on her thing.
Well, my understanding was it was for in-car
In-car,
cameras.
it's with in-car cameras. It is
Right.
in-car cameras. Yeah, okay, that's what it is.
Right.
That's why I have word right. Okay, correct.
And there was 5 of them or something?
6 of them.
6 of them,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so
Yeah.
in-car camera, that's what I put down.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
cool.
That's for the new cars.
Yeah,
Right.
cool. That's what it is. Okay, thank you. I'll
Okay.
make sure it wasn't right. Okay.
All right. Chief Timmer. How are you? What you got there?
Busy as usual, nothing real outstanding, a lot of accident activity, storm activity. A couple little small kitchen fires. You gotta teach people to cook around here, that's all I can say. Other than that, our guys have been, it's the end of the school year, as you all know, and we usually get a rush through the month of May for the daycare. I think Bernie's sister's classroom over at Johnston. Christian school, the mosque, we get a ton of requests for visits by fire trucks and firefighters to various events. We did an egg drop over at South Suburban. We've done a whole lot of those kind of things over the last month, and that's all done voluntarily by our folks when they get time. So, but I'm very proud that we've been able to answer every request so far, and I'm all done. The guys deserve a thank you, hearty thank you. It cuts into their personal things. Other than that, you guys got any questions of me? tested sirens last Saturday, which kind of surprised me, but it was
Yeah.
the first Saturday of the month.
Yep, it's testing day.
And it's testing day, even though it looked like it was gonna storm out. So I dealt with a couple phone calls at the fire station as the weather.
Can we get like your phone where we got different beeps for certain things?
I think I'm gonna work on that, see if I can
Your
do something.
phone, you got 3 or 4 different sounds for, you know what it is? You know, it's good to the people. I don't. Oh, good. I don't think anybody got crazy.
No, they weren't. It was
But they were wondering, why
Yeah.
are the sirens going off?
a lot of questions about the siren.
And I kept saying, testing was the one.
That's right. First Saturday, that's what we, do.
All right, sir.
Other than that,
Thank you
we're
very
good.
much.
Unless you have anything else.
Thank you. Ed is not here. He sent a report in, but I don't know, are we gonna do reports today or we're gonna do them next time? Mark?
You can do it. I'm gonna put it in the I have a copy. I'm gonna put it into the minutes.
Okay, so Ed is not available tonight, but he did give me his little work report here for the last week or so, and he had 23 calls. All of them were kind of low. They weren't like crazy stuff, and clerk treasurer had 6, police department 4 calls, public works 2 calls, parks 3 calls, building 3 calls, fire had no calls, and redevelopment had 1, and the town itself had 4. So he had 2 hours of administration duties. He had an hour and a half of online training. And of course, he spent some time with our sound guy going over the downtown area. We're talking about the speakers and extending them out farther. So I'm sure in the near future, we'll have an estimate on how much that will cost. And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sheehan. Susan, I see you're here from Maria tonight.
Hi.
Hi, Susan.
So Maria's not here today, so I'll be just telling you guys what's going on with redevelopment. Tomorrow, we do have our study session for the redevelopment commission, and then Wednesday is our Highland Main Street meeting. That is all. Thank
That's
you.
all. We'd like to hear reports.
Does anybody have any questions? Yeah, let's get out of here.
I think we're gonna start asking you to come every week.
Didn't know about it.
Okay, do you have
Can you
anything
do
you'd
the
like?
council agendas?
Do you have anything you'd like to offer, Mr. Hurd?
No, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, and
Thank
with
you.
that, that's the end of my report. Thank you, Susan, for making it for me. And then moving on.
So we now will go to comments from the floor, from the public, Mr. Chairman. And they like to talk about 2 minutes limitation.
You're okay, then go ahead and open the public comments. Mr. Walbrick.
Rick Volrick, 9221 Parkway Drive. There's an entree to my comments. The entree is that town officials appeared in advertising that promoted the referendum, which, by the way, I appreciate all the congratulation that was given to the folks that were candidates for school for their various positions of town council. There was another issue that involved the referendum. I realize that it has nothing to do, well, apparently has nothing to do with the town council. I'd like to offer up this comment. The difference was 2416 to 2206. Through April the 7th, that's all I have so far because the next reporting deadline will not occur until October. The yes side had accumulated 25,200 hours. My side, you're looking at my side, was under $5,000. But as I had no celebrities, our celebrities were the home property owners. They are the reason why we are here. You are here. Any of us is here in an elective office. We need to realize, and I don't think we do, I include myself, that the driving force of this community are our property owners. The north side property owners did not tell the yes side property owners to move out of Highland. The other side did. I was criticized and ridiculed so much, you would not believe the extent of it. But that's for another day. North side property owners are not opposed to our public schools. We are not. We are full supportive of our public schools. But we also support private schools and homeschooling people. They're part of our population too. The property owners strongly opposed to 56 You realize how large a number that is? 56% increase in school, not overall property tax, because the other side kept saying, we don't know what that means. 56% in school property taxes between the year 2023 and 2024. That, if that had passed, that's what would have happened. Yes, I'm almost done.
Thank you.
The ideology, the language in the referendum was written by the school board itself. It was not written by some entity out in outer space somewhere. And when they argued somehow that it was a miswritten referendum, they wrote it themselves. I thank you very much for your time.
And thank you, Mr. Wolver. Is there anyone else?
Anyone online?
Is there anyone else who'd like to offer comment? Okay, hearing none, then we'll close the public comments.
Motion to pay claims, Mr. Chair.
Motion to pay claims.
I think there could be a motion from Mr. Zenas.
Second.
Second from Mr. Shockey. Any discussion? Hearing none.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Counselor Zeman.
Yes.
Counselor Smith.
Yes.
Counselor Shockey.
Yes.
Counselor Sheeman.
Yes.
Counselor Black.
Yes.
5 ayes, no negative. We thank you, Bill. Bill, Chairman.
Okay, thank you for everyone who attended.
And we adjourn at what time?
The meeting is adjourned at 12 after.
I'm gonna send you an email.
Okay, ready to sign.